In order to play the Bossa Nova style, there's a couple things that we need to get out in the open here, and we'll be able to cover those through example 1. First and foremost, I'm not using a pick, and you shouldn't be either. If you want to get the true softness and reserved sound that Bossa Nova requires, in addition to using a nylon string guitar, you have to use no pick. My thumb is going to be assigned to the 6th string almost primarily to play the bass notes, and my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger will be dedicated to the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string to play the upper part of the harmony. So what we're checking out is a style that incorporates you playing 2 different things at the same time, and that's going to happen quite often throughout this 40-day rhythm guitar SWAT camp journey. But when you do that, always look at the exercises as a part unto themselves and analyze everything from a vertical standpoint, as I'll say over and over again here. So what you have here is a D-flat 6-9 in example 1, and it's in its 2nd inversion, so really it's a D-flat 6-9 / A-flat. Many times Bossa Nova voicings are put into their 2nd inversion where you will be playing the bass note on the 6th string. So their roots are usually found on the 5th string. If you go through the chords in example 2, they would be this: D-flat 6-9, D-flat major 9, excuse me, D-flat 6-9, D-flat 9, a D-flat minor 9. But you have to finger them from here, so they really would be this: major 9, 6-9, dominant 9, minor 9. Now we're going to apply the 6-9 to example 1 and check out the basic rhythm that's going on here in Bossa Nova, and that is the bass note is struck on the 1 and the 3 with your thumb. And the chords could be on the downbeat, the upbeat, or any one of the offbeat 16ths. But the thumb will always be striking the bass notes on the 1 and the 3. So example 1 sounds like this. Now notice you have accents on the upbeat of 1 and the 2nd 16th of 2 in this measure of 2/4. The accents here are not to be played as very loud accents, just slightly louder than the parts of the chord that are not accented. As I said, overall Bossa Nova has a very relaxed and reserved feel to it, so there's no instance here where any of the dynamics are going to get very loud. You'll notice that all the exercises here are in 2/4 as opposed to 4/4. Maybe when you're listening to some recordings from Jobim and other Bossa Nova artists, that you'll feel it as if it's in 4/4, but really it's in 2-beat segments, excuse me. So that's why we see the 2/4 time signature. So jumping over here to example 3, we're going to use the D-flat 6-9 along with an E-flat 6-9. That's going to parallel resolve to a minor 9, which is a very common harmonic movement in Bossa Nova, and that's going to half-step resolve somewhat to a D9, and then back down, tritone substitution resolution to a D-flat 6-9. The trick here is when I'm done with my 2-bar segments here, my 2-bar segments made up of 2 beats, on the last 16th, I have these anticipations. And those anticipations are to be played with a very light touch or even no touch at all, almost to be muted. So if I was looking at the 2nd bar here from the D-flat 6-9, I would play it like this. Now in the chart you'll see that it's supposed to be fingered like this. If you're going to play pitches, then you need to move over and fret the chord that's coming up next, so that would be like this. So as you can see, when I played the anticipation on the last 16th, it was very light compared to the other ones. And it should be even lighter than the non-accented chords. So watch as I do this. I'll play through example 3 with the chords that are here in the chart, and watch how I apply a light touch or I just ghost note those anticipations that are found on every 2nd bar out of the sets of 2, starting from the beginning. So here we go. Moving over to example 5, we find the bass note this time not on the 6th string. Though it's played on the 6th string almost exclusively throughout this lesson, this time we have it on the 4th string. So that's going to change up my right-hand approach a bit. So what I have here for the first bar, where I'm playing some major 7 to 6, which is another common bossa nova harmonic device, I have that 4th string bass note that I need to play. Now for me, I'm comfortable with playing the thumb, playing the bass note, as I said before. That's pretty much the safe way to go for any of the bass notes, whether they're on the 6th, the 5th, or the 4th string. But here I'm going to play the thumb on the bass note, and I'm still going to use my 2 and 3 finger to play the G and the B string. Because what's going to happen at the last 16th of the first bar is I have this fragment here that's indicating E13, as said in the chart, and I'm going to readjust my fingers to be 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, like they were before, because that enables me to easily grab the bass note that's down here. So if I put it together slow, it's... So see, I adjusted playing the thumb for the 4th string to the 1st finger playing the 4th string, because that enables me to get this bass note. So let's put it all together here in time and watch how I make that shift over there, but then I'll come back to that approach in the last bar when I'm going back again from D major 7 to D6. So here's example 5. So taking a look at the final example, example 6 in Adam Levy's Bossa Nova Basics, we find the same chord progression, the same 8 bars that was heard in example 3, except this time there's variations applied. And those variations are found in the upper part of the harmony, where instead of playing the same pattern that was seen in example 3, you just have different spots of where the upper parts of the harmony are played, whether it's downbeat and a bass note at the same time, or bass note and then 2nd 16th, or bass note and upbeat. It's all in there. There's also a collection of accents, but they're dispersed throughout the exercise in strategic places instead of being in the same spots as they were heard in example 3. And before I play this and let you go off on your own so you can get your bossa nova technique going on, just be aware that in bossa, the downs are referred to, the strong beats are referred to as not only the downbeat, but also the upbeat, whereas the ups are the offbeat 16th, the 2nd and 4th 16th. So here in the first beat of example 6, this would be considered 2 downs, down, down. And then when I go over to beat 2 in the first measure, I would have down, up, up. So that's just another, aspect, another fact about bossa nova that'll help you out with getting this stuff under your fingers. Very cool style, very, very pleasing to the ear. So everyone around you will be happy that you're playing such nice music. Okay, so let's play example 6 and hear what that sounds like. Here we go. So there you have it, some preliminary bossa nova playing techniques for you to check out so you can get this very cool, very delicate sounding style under your fingers. Take it slow. If you have a problem putting that bass line, putting that bass line over those chords, just make sure you're looking at everything vertically and you're not trying to think that I have to play a bass line on 1 or 3 while I play these chords and all these weird syncopations or on downbeats and upbeats. It's not that at all. Just look at everything vertically and you'll be able to play this style. So have a lot of fun with this stuff. Take it slow, be patient, and I will see you tomorrow.